everyone, this is John from Quilled and Twisted and welcome back to my complete Paper Princess tutorial. Today we're working on part 4 of this tutorial series, and this will focus on decorating and adding detail to the dress we have so far. So the second detail I'd like to add is a neck. This is achieved by taking a single strip of flesh coloured paper, again 30 centimetres in length, and rolling it into a tight coil and just attaching that to the top like so. So the key to transforming this simple dress silhouette into a piece of finished artwork is detail. The devil is in the detail. So the fanciest ball gowns that we typically see on these princess characters typically have layers. So since we're not actually working with fabrics, we need to find other methods and techniques which will provide this illusion of a layered look. To achieve this, I'm going to take a single strip of white quilling paper, 30 centimetres in length and 3 millimetres wide, and form a loose coil, and you'll probably need to make approximately 12 to 15 of these depending on how tightly you roll them. Apply a line of glue along the inside edge of the dress, and then take one of your loose coils and fix it so that half of the circle is visible below the bottom of the dress. Attach all of these loose coils in the exact same way so that they go the whole way around the bottom of the dress. And this will create the appearance of an underskirt. Now you may find that the gap at the end is a little bit too small for your last coil. That's okay, just pinch the coil so that it's thin enough to slot in the gap. Once it's in place, you can then press the pointed ends to round out the coil once again, and nobody will ever need to know that it didn't quite fit at first. Now you're going to leave this bit to dry until all the coils have set in place. Once it's all dry, our next step is to add the detailed layers to the dress. For this, we're going to start with 4 strips of our golden yellow quilling paper, and we're going to roll them into a tight coil, then remove it from the slotted quilling tool and allow the centre of the coil to expand slightly, like so, and then glue the end down. Now we can push our thumbnail into it as hard as we possibly can to create that gumdrop or half circle shape. From there we can apply some PVA glue to the back and attach it to the dress in the bottom centre, and this will be the front of the dress. It's very, very important that this be the front, and you'll see why in a moment. So you're going to repeat making that exact same shape again and apply it to the left side of your first coil that you made. And do the exact same thing again, but apply it to the right this time. Once again, attach the same shaped coil on the left. And once more on the right. So we're going to continue this pattern, applying the coil to the left, then the right, left, right, and we do this so that your final coil should be directly at the back of the dress. Now it's important we do it this way because you may find that as you're about to apply your second to last coil, it would leave a gap that is much too small for a coil of the same size, just like you can see on screen here. Therefore, it's a better idea instead to make 2 smaller coils that are 3 strips each instead of 4, and try positioning those to see if they fit better. I can see here that the 2 smaller coils do indeed fit better, so now I can glue those 2 down instead. So now you can see why it's important to apply your coils in this specific order. It means all the coils that are visible at the front will be all the same sized and uniform, and any coils that have to be differently sized or even applied upside down just to fit in the gap, these will all be hidden at the back out of sight. So here we begin the next tier of coils. This time we're going to be making the same shape again, but only using 3.5 strips instead of the 4 whole ones, so that our coils will be slightly smaller. When you apply this one, you're going to offset the coil to the side so that it sits above the line between the 2 coils below, just like you would when bricklaying, as this provides a more blended and cohesive look than it would if we stacked them. We're going to follow the same pattern of applying the coils, first on the left and again on the right, alternating until you have done the whole tier with any different sizes being hidden at the back again. We will then repeat the whole process using coils made from 3 strips of paper for the next tier. Again, the alternating pattern of applying the coils first on the left and again on the right until this tier is completed. The next tier will have coils made with 2.5 strips. I'm going to repeat it all again for a tier using coils made with 2 strips. And your final tier will have coils made from 1 single strip. So once all the tiers are done, I like to finish them off with a little bit of sparkle just to give the overall piece an extra layer of detail. So I'm going to use some Stickles glitter glue, and I use this because it does not run. It's brilliant for this. And I'm going to use it in the colour yellow. Now I don't want to go overboard with this, so I'm just going to apply it along the curved edge of my coils like so. If, like me, you have to stick a coil upside down to get a good fit, it's still best to apply the glitter as though it was the right way up. This way it's not as noticeable and it doesn't disrupt the flow of the glitter. So once you've applied glitter to all of the coils, I also like to apply a thin line just along the top of the dress. And I think this just ties it all together and gives it a finished look. Just take care while doing this that you don't accidentally put your fingers in some wet glitter glue. Once finished, it's best to just leave the dress where it is for several hours until that glitter glue has completely dried. Like, do not even touch it. Like, you do not want to mess it up at this stage. So if you've been following along with this tutorial and you've got as far as this, you've made all the coils and you've also added your glitter glue, then a big well done to you. You have completed part 4 of this tutorial series. You've done very well to get this far and we're past the halfway point now, so please continue. You will soon have your finished paper princess. In part 5 of the tutorial, which will be coming out tomorrow, it will focus on creating the arms, so please stay tuned for that because I've never shown that in a video before. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified immediately when the next video goes up. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!